What we have here is a Mercedes E500 4MATIC 2004 tree fill on this light, and this is the driver's side rear tail light. As you can see, I don't know too much glare. Alright, and this is the new one. Unfortunately, this one came just like this. Let's see if I can get these off of here. And I believe this is a LED assembly in here. Hold on one second. Just wiggle that off. Anyway, let's see. So this is the old one. This is how the old one came. Just like this. Just like that. But when I got this new one, it had none of these components in there. So my genius self thought that it just hooked up, and I brought it in the house and figured out that this is a LED assembly up here. This right here. So this has to control this top light. So if you're replacing the lights and you get a light in there that looks like this, then you have to remove this out of the old and put it into the new. Even though it does not fit all the way correctly right, it does fit perfectly. But see, the problem that I'm having is we got a bulb up here which is LED, and we got the harness down here that latches into the car. So my next thing is to remove this light bulb. So I don't know what it's going to do. But I'm looking at these two pins up here. You got two pins up here. One is smaller than the other. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if you can see that. Alright. One is smaller than the other one. Which on these fittings, one is smaller than the other one. So I'm assuming that they go on here. So I'm going to put this on here and try to put it on there while holding the camera at the same time. And bag this up. Alright. I'm going to put this on there. Because all of the videos that I've seen on YouTube did not have nothing about this replacing the rear light. Especially in the Mercedes. And I don't know if I ordered the wrong light, but they have this option when you order this bulb, this assembly, to match it to your car. And it said it matched, so I bought it. But I don't want this to potentially burn a hole. I don't want, let me get my trusty pointer. I don't want this to potentially burn a hole down in there because this is turned over. So what I was trying to do was remove the light. As I said before, all of the videos I've seen on YouTube, yeah, you replace this, you can replace this, but they tell you nothing about the inner part on there. So I've already removed the light itself, which was broke. Took the housing out, switched it from this one to this one, and hooked up these two wires up here. But I don't know if the light bulb is supposed to remain. Common sense tell me that it doesn't, but who knows? I could be wrong, because if you look down in there, there's no place for this light right here to shine through there. So I'm assuming you're supposed to remove it, but when I started trying to remove it, it seemed like it was tearing the back piece up. So it was actually tearing this out. It was tearing this out. So I'm just going to put it in there. Who cares? And just screw it on there. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if it's going to be super hot. I think I need to remove it, but I need to find a way to so forgive me for my. This is the best I could do. Alright, I need some type of. Alright, so I gotta get a stand, because this not gonna work. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this down. You got one, oh, let me bag this back out. Alright, so you got 1, 2, 3 screws that go right there. And again, this is a E500 2004 Mercedes. This is the old light, as you can see. It's broke. And this is the new light that I ordered. It had something on there that says, check and make sure your part fit. This was the light that they sent me, but it did not come with these innards, this inner assembly. So I just simply removed the inner assembly from this one to this one. But this one came with a, as I said, I assume it's a LED setup up here for the top, and it came with 2 wires, one of which is bigger than the other. The black is a little bit bigger than the red, so I assumed it went on these adapters. I don't know for sure. Common sense tells me that you're supposed to remove this bulb right here, but every time I go to try to move it out or pull it out, it seems like it's going to tear up some. So I've even tried turning it, tried wiggling it, and I don't want to tear it up, but let's see. And it will not pop out of there for nothing. Sorry about the video, but yeah, see, every time I try to remove this, see what it's doing is actually pulling up on that black piece and pulling down. So I don't think you're supposed to. So I'm just going to push it back down in there, screw it. If anything, if it's hooked up the wrong way, it'll blow a fuse, which is not much. We can't be picky and choosy on the fuse. Fuses are a dime a dozen, so I'll install this screw right here. Oh, let me get this right. Install this screw right here. And I got 3 more screws. It's kind of hard holding the camera. Well, actually, I'm not holding the camera, I'm holding a cell phone. And trying to do it with a cell phone and holding it. Alright, so let's just give it a go. That didn't feel like it went in there. That one did. But let's bag out. Put my bit back on here. This is first video. I'm sorry about the video, man. Alright. So that assembly is back in there. Took the old assembly, the innards, out of this one. Out of this one, the broken one. Took them and put them on here. When I got this assembly, once again, it came with this little component set up here. I just went on ahead and attached it to these 2 prongs up here because it seemed like that's where it's supposed to go. I did try to remove the light up here, which I don't believe is supposed to be right there, but you know, I can't get it out. I could get it out, but I just don't want to break it. That's the thing. And hopefully it doesn't melt anything up here. So it's a 6 watt, so I don't think it'll melt anything. At least that's what it says. So I'm going to tighten these down a little bit more just to make sure this one is super tight. Hold on, let me turn this upside down. It's kind of hard. I don't see people be doing it when they be making videos. Let's look at it now. Which it looks like it's pretty close to that. Yeah, that bulb is not supposed to be in there. I'm pretty for sure of that. So I'm going to remove that bulb. Hell of hot water. I'm going to take that out because it's too close for one. And all of the videos that I've seen on YouTube, they tell you nothing about this part right here, which is irritating because I looked at pretty much 100 videos. Oops. Nothing said anything about the innards of. Alright, so I'm going to try to remove this light bulb. Alright, so I don't know how good this video is going to be. Let's see what we got. Okay. Screw the video just to tell you what I ran into. I'm about to pop up. And I'm going to try to take this bulb out once again. Make it so hard to get out. Oh shit. Well, that's what I get for trying to take it out. I should have just fucking left it in there. You know what? That whole case do come out. Take that whole case out. Sorry about that. I think this whole case comes out of there, which is kind of. Dummy. So if I could, let's see if it works like this. So as you can see, I bust the bulb trying to get it out. Just put it in there and see if it works. Alright, let's take this out. See if it works. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. Hook this up. Maybe I should have tried it with the bulb in and with the bulb out. That was brilliant fucking plan. Alright, so let's see something. Left turn signal working, which is cool. But we supposed to have. So, as you can see, that one is on, that one is on, and this one is on. So I don't know what those other two are. Alright, so let's see, let's turn this signal on. Alright, so we got that one working. Those lights are at the top for it. Brake light. Let's see. Oh, brake light's on. So, I guess the light, this is right, because the brake lights is on. And the difference between that one and this one is, that one is LED because it has a bunch of bulbs in there. And this one only has that one bulb in there. So I guess when you get these, they implement this LED feature. So I'm going to put this back in and install it. It hasn't blew a fuse. So, therefore, must be nothing wrong with it. Alright, so the purpose of this video was that my rear tail light on the Mercedes-Benz. I gotta cut the lights off. My rear tail light got broke on the Mercedes-Benz. Got a replacement light, but it did not come with the internal. Well, I actually got the assembly, but it did not come with the internal part. Had some problems because I was just about to install this light without the thing, assuming that it hooked up to just these two wires right here, which is incorrect. Still got the lights on the inside, but assuming that it was supposed to hook up just the way it was. Well, you actually have to switch the innards of the old lamp to the new lamp. So I did not see none of this on the videos that I watch on YouTube. A lot of them tell you how to, you know, take the 4 or 5 screws off that's on the inside of here, but and replace it, but nobody tells you about the inner. So that black and that red wire right there actually goes to the brake light. All right, so that's the end of this video. Boop.